Okay, I think I got everything ready to go. I got some UltraCal 30 here, and water here, mixer, Pam cooking spray, and I'm going to shoot the Pam cooking spray on. Doesn't shoot very nicely, and I'm just going to rub it around. This is 100% canola oil, Pam cooking spray. And all my hopes and dreams rest in Pam's non-stickiness. So I've never done this before, but I'm just gonna, what's the worst it can do? I end up having to grind all the UltraCal off with a, with a gas-powered industrial grinding machine thing. All right. Make sure we get plenty of it on the clay and on the tape. Things usually don't stick to clay, so that shouldn't be a problem, he says. Okay. I now have oil all over that glove. Quick, grab out the glove. Alright, so I've taken the UltraCal 30, and to make sure that I don't have clumps and stuff like that in there, use a flour sifter and sift it into this container. And I have no idea how much of this to add, but I've got 100 pounds of this UltraCal, so available. So I imagine I could, if I add too much water, there's plenty more plaster where this came from. Now, I intend to just put a light layer of the UltraCal onto the airplane, and maybe 1/8 of an inch kind of a thing. Add just a little more powder. Anyway, I'm going to put on about 1/8 of an inch thick, and then I'm going to put on a bunch of pieces of drywall. I don't even know what this shit's called. Drywall, tape, I don't know. And then I'll put another layer on after the UltraCal sets up a little bit. Alright. So that looks like a proper batch. I will vibrate out some bubbles. Could that be more obnoxious? Now I remember why I bought the other one. I can't stand using that thing. It's so fucking loud. Excuse my language. Alright, so I'm just going to spread this very lightly over the top. Careful not to touch my mold with the wood. Just want to get all this stuff onto the mold where I can then start manipulating it by hand. Okay, like that, and then rub it around a little bit because I want to make sure that I don't have any air bubbles, hopefully, right on the part itself. Air bubbles are bad. Work it all around a little bit here and get a little onto this dam, because eventually tomorrow or the next day I will want to use this lip. This whole mess will get turned over when this comes off of the airplane. The whole mess will get turned over and placed on boards, so that what I have is a great big inverse female shaped cowl shaped bowl, and I will then pour Ultracal into that bowl after this Ultracal, obviously after all of this has been set. Then that Ultracal will become, when it comes out of the, when the Ultracal mold, plug comes out of the Ultracal mold, I will hopefully have a plug that looks exactly like this fuselage looked before I dumped all this stuff on it. And it will be just this big and can then go into a vacuum. It can be used by somebody that knows what they're doing, hopefully, to vacuum form some canopies for me. And in addition, what I may do is when the female mold comes off of the fuselage, if the fuselage is in a more or less undamaged and pristine condition, I will use the fuselage. I'll re-prep the fuselage, and I will lay up a fiberglass a thin fiberglass covering over this area, and then that fiberglass will eventually get trimmed out to become the frame of the Corsair's frame, the Canopy frame. So hopefully all of these, big plans, no idea if it's going to come together. This UltraCal is actually starting to set up, so it's starting to firm up, which is nice. It's holding its position where I put it, which is good. It's no longer looking as rough. It's starting to kind of behave like clay, sort of. And my intention here was to do about 1/8 of an inch thick. I think I went a little bit thinner than that. I didn't mix up a big enough batch. Obviously, it's a good idea to have more than you need than less than you need, but I think I got enough, I hope. That's what I forgot. Dams, like weather stripping, or I was going to use some 3M foam tape that I happen to have. But I forgot. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to use some of this mesh. It's basically drywall mesh, and I'm just going to put several pieces on it. This will add strength. I have no idea how strong UltraCal is. I suspect that when it's all done, said and done, that it's very strong, but I don't want to leave anything to chance. So I can tell you the whole process of forming this canopy was it was an experience. The shape of the Corsair canopy is unique and not particularly friendly. Okay, sorry about that. I think that my camera had a time limit or something on it. Anyway, that first batch of UltraCal is on, and I'm going to let it set for, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes, I think. I'm just kind of waiting for it to firm up a bit more. Certain areas are firmer than others. I don't know if you can see the mesh that's in there holding it all together, but that's pretty much it. And then I'll put another layer on top of it, and probably start another video for the removal process. So for now, later.